morning, everyone, on this beautiful, beautiful, little chilly but sunny day. Welcome home. There is in this place the possibility of healing, of repair, of making things right within ourselves, between us, and with the wider world. We gather around this light of hope as we share this time together. Amen, Ashe, and may it be so.
Good morning and welcome. It is indeed a beautiful Sunday morning after the rainy day, but I just curled up with a book yesterday and read. So it was, even the rainy day turned out to be a very nice day. We are today focusing on, are we who we say we are? Last week we looked at our extravagant welcome. Today we're looking at our core values. We're a very unique church in that we want to come together to be one, even from our many different beliefs and faith backgrounds. On the things that we agree on are important to be good spiritual human beings. So that's kind of what we're looking at this morning with our core values. And I think this song that is going to be played is pretty appropriate. We would be one with greater understanding, love of who we are, living for each other. I think that it expresses, listen and see if you don't agree, a lot of what we believe. We would be one, and I think we are showing the world a new community here at Wedgwood. And Liz has a few announcements for us.
Thank you, Melba. We have just a few announcements and upcoming events to share today. Next Sunday, March 17th, at Wedgwood, Arthur Griffin, Mecklenburg County Commissioner, will be speaking, and he will be sharing his message of the Good Samaritan. And then the following Sunday is Palm Sunday, and the Sunday after that is Easter. We're almost halfway through March. Spring is, while it may not officially be here calendar-wise, it certainly feels like spring today. And we've got a lot of great things coming up.
Don't forget, Easter Sunday is wear your hat Sunday.
Yes.
Any kind of hat, doesn't matter. Whatever kind of hat you want to wear, it's wear a hat Sunday.
And our social justice book club is really strong. We've got a lot of members. And our next meeting is coming up on Thursday, March 14th at 7 p.m. on Zoom. And you can find that Zoom link on our website. You can find it in our newsletter. You can also find it in our link tree on our Instagram page, or you can also just email the church and we'll send it to you directly. There's a lot of different ways you can get that Zoom link, but we encourage you to join us because we're reading a very important and timely book on the history of what's going on in Palestine right now. So you don't want to miss out. And social justice is a huge part of who Wedgwood is. Melba, did you want to say anything about?
Yes, go to the next slide.
Okay.
Sometimes things come to me during the week that are too late to make the newsletter. So I like to let you know about those. And I also want to give you a time to share things you've done the past week or something that you know of that's coming up. These are groups that we partner with. Green Faith will be meeting tomorrow night. If on any of these you want more information, just contact me. They are making plans for the year. So if you want to be a part of that environmental group, that's tomorrow night would be the night to attend, and it is on Zoom. There's a great webinar coming up from our Apartheid Free Communities group. What's apartheid got to do with it? And that's this Thursday, 1 o'clock. And Friday, I hope to be able to attend this Amnesty International report on Israel and Palestine. It will be in person at the UNCC Cone Center. And this is supposed to be a very big, vital, important presentation. So I hope I can attend that. The next event to go to City Council asking for the resolution for a ceasefire, the same resolution that Chapel Hill, Carrboro, all of these cities have, is on March 25th. You don't have to speak. You don't have to say anything, although you can if you want to. Just go stand with the Palestinian people and let them know that you stand with them and that you care about them. And then the Apartheid Free Communities Group that we are part of also has every Friday at 12 noon, a weekly update on what's going on in Gaza. So you might be interested in that. Contact me. I can give you the links for any of these. Does anybody have anything else? I think the event yesterday, even though it was real rainy, I think they had a pretty decent turnout for the Rally for Palestine. It was over in South End. Any other events this week that anybody wants to share or anything coming up you know about?
I think Friday is March 15th.
Okay, do I have the wrong? Okay,
It's either March 15th or Saturday.
hold on, let me check. Yeah, you're right, and it's going to be Saturday. It's the 16th. So it's Saturday, not Friday.
Okay.
Anybody else have anything to share? All right, and these will be on our Facebook page too. Contact me if you want more information. Thank you, Liz.
No problem. Thank you, Melba. Yeah, these are, mark your calendars. We've got some very important events coming up. And speaking of tomorrow, Monday, March 12th at 6:30 p.m., we will be having our next meeting for our strategic planning session, as well as a church business meeting. We're just going to use the Sunday Service Zoom link, which is the link we're on right now. So we have a pretty robust agenda. We're going to be talking about a name adjustment. These are just discussions that we've been having for quite a while, actually, about, does the name Wedgwood Community Church really serve who we are right now? So we'll be having that discussion. We'll be talking a little bit about marketing, a laundry project. We had Corey Easterday from the Current Initiatives here a few weeks ago. We're going to be talking about possible partnership with them. We're going to be talking about the film festival, our extravagant welcome, and homecoming, which will be May 5th. So a lot of things to discuss. Connie, do you have a question?
Monday is March the 11th because it's my oldest daughter's birthday. I wanted to go to that meeting, but I'm taking her out to dinner. So
Well,
it's March the 11th.
No, so it's actually, I don't know why it says Monday. It actually is it's Tuesday.
Oh,
It's
okay.
It's
Tuesday,
probably
March
me.
12th.
I must be this hour time change must have really messed my head up.
Yeah, hey Melba, it might be easier if you have updates for the slide, just send them to me.
Okay. I don't know if I did that or not, but
because it's always been March 12th.
yeah, it's March 12th.
And that's a Tuesday. Yeah, I don't know why. Yeah, so just if you have
So
updates for the slide,
yeah,
send them
I don't
to me
know
and
if
I'll
I
put
did
them
that or
in.
not, but anyway, it is Tuesday.
Yeah, no worries. It happens.
So
So we'll see y'all on Tuesday. As soon as I read Monday, March 12th, I was like, "What's that?" So yeah, we'll see y'all on Tuesday on Zoom. Now this is the correct day. Sunday, May 5th. It's always the first Sunday in May. We are going to have our homecoming. And since we don't really have a meeting place, we're going to go out to eat. So if anybody has any suggestions on a place to go, we've been looking at a few places, but if anybody has any recommendations, especially on a place with a private room, let us know. We'd appreciate
And let me say this picture's there to show you how many we had about 28 people at our Christmas party. So that's about the size I assume that we're looking for, just to give you an idea.
Yes. And yeah, we have a lot of things coming up at Wedgwood. Like I said, on Tuesday, we're going to be meeting and voting on a couple of things. And anyone is welcome to join, but you can't vote if you're not a member. So we encourage you, if you want to have a voice and have a vote, to join Wedgwood. It's a simple Google form. It takes about 5 minutes. We don't make you take a class or anything. We're a very come as you are organization. So if you're interested in joining us, let us know. We'd love to have you. And connect with us. We are on social media on a number of platforms. We have our website, our newsletter. You can also email us or call us. And Wedgwood has 4 part-time staff here to help. Melba is our ministerial coordinator. I am the community outreach coordinator. Ashanti is our music coordinator, and Ryan is our technology coordinator. And as we have so many things happening in the life of the church, we ask that, folks contribute and support us in whatever way they can. If you're able to financially and you are so moved to support us financially, we appreciate your support. Thank you very much.
Liz will lead us in our extravagant welcome.
Yes. We are all welcome here. Welcome to a church that works for peace, justice, equality, and the care of Mother Earth.
We are all
welcome
here.
here. An extravagant welcome to you because of your gender identification, sexual orientation, ethnicity, economic situation, physical and mental challenges, doubting or believing, being depressed or full of joy.
We are all welcome here.
We are a community of curious and creative spiritual seekers striving to learn and embody the way of Jesus and other spiritual leaders.
We
are all
welcome
here.
Like Jesus, we focus on the plundered and the marginalized as we try to address the major issues of our day.
We
are
all
welcome
here.
One of the ways we seek to heal the world and ourselves is through sharing parts of our personal story. We
are
all welcome
welcome
here.
We're getting better.
We are
Yes.
good.
It's a rhythm.
Yeah.
We come to the time now for our celebrations and concerns. We have a number of concerns this morning. Do we have a report on Naj?
Naj is doing good. When she goes into the hospital, it's like an episode, and then after the episode, everything is okay, like back to normal. So it's like a day-to-day thing. So she was out, with her little cart shopping yesterday. So when she's out doing her little Dollar Tree shopping, she's doing all right. So praise God for that.
All right.
Yeah.
And Laura, a report from your family and from Jim's sister with her surgery.
Jim's sister's surgery went well, so we're grateful for that. On the other hand, I'm sorry, I'm gonna tear up. My ex-husband is going home tomorrow with hospice care for end of life transition with his family by his side. So his wife and all 3 of our children are working on that this weekend. So your prayers for all of them, please. I appreciate it.
Yes. Most definitely. Most definitely. Give them our love and let them know that we are praying and thinking of them.
I'm sending you
It's a
hugs,
hard
Laura.
time.
Wish I was there to hug you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Group hug.
Yeah. Sorry.
Virtual hug. Well, I have 3 friends who in the past week and a half have been diagnosed with cancer. One I've told you about before is my friend Hazel, who lives in Nova Scotia. She's entering hospice. Another friend here, who is a young mother with 2 teenage girls, pancreatic cancer, stage 4. And another friend, Elisa, who is probably about that same age. One is going to try to go, they're going to different cancer centers in the state, in the country, to get a second opinion, but they both seem so young, in the early 50s, to be dealing with pancreatic cancer. So just keep them in mind and their families, Holly, Hazel, and Elisa. And we always want to remember our dear Palestinian friends. We have connected with Jewish Forces for Peace. I've been talking to them. They're starting a group here in Charlotte, and I've been talking a lot to them this week. We have Jewish anti-Zionism group here in Charlotte. I have been talking to them. They know that we are here to support in any way that we possibly can, behind the scenes, out front, whatever they need us to do. Of course, we're working with the Palestinian groups. They joined us for our Christmas holiday, and I've been working with those groups. So we want to keep both of those groups in mind as they stand up against genocide and apartheid, and the people, of course, of Palestine and Israel who are suffering. Are there any others? And the Ukraine, let's don't forget the Ukraine. That is still a really hot spot.
Yeah.
And
I-
we've worked with the Ukrainian families here in Charlotte as well, so let's remember them.
I want to lift up our country because it's such a concerning time politically. There's a lot of really scary rhetoric that's being said, so I want to lift that up. I also want to take a moment because this is this time of celebrations and concerns, and sometimes we can feel like there's so many things to be concerned about. Do we have the right to feel joy?
Yeah.
But yes, we do.
Yes.
And I want to celebrate Ashanti because Ashanti is my birthday buddy, and we have birthdays coming up. And I was
When
like,
is
you
your
know what?
birthday,
I want
When
to
is your
celebrate.
birthday?
Mine's the 18th, and Ashanti, yours is the 17th, right?
Yeah, and my mom's is today.
Yeah. I
Oh.
think that's worthy of celebrating.
Yes,
And my
it is.
daughter's birthday is tomorrow. Her friends 20 of them came from all over the United
Oh,
States
wow.
and picked her up Friday and just brought her home 5 minutes ago.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
going to say
my.
March babies are the best, but we're the
Wait, Ashante and Liz, both your birthdays are March 18th?
No, Mom on the 17th.
And
yeah.
Liz
And mine's the 18th.
and the 18th. Violet's birthday is the 18th. She'll be
Oh my
three. Her
goodness.
granddaughter with cystic
Aw.
fibrosis. Yeah, so
Yeah.
And my mom, my mom's gone, but today's her birthday, so I put a candle in front of her picture and a
Yeah.
plant. So I always remember my mom.
My dad is
love that.
deceased, but was a March baby too. So
Mhm.
Oh.
Pisces Nation.
Yeah.
I wanted to celebrate that. Yesterday I participated in a fashion show that was a fundraiser for people, children, whoever, people, grown-ups that have epilepsy or for the Epilepsy Foundation. And so I haven't modeled in probably like 30 years. So I was excited to do that. I used to model. So I was excited to do that. And I met some
Oh,
wonderful women.
She was
and-
lovely. She was lovely. I saw a picture.
I know you worked that runway, Ashanti.
I did.
Oh, I
was
know
so
she
excited to be
did.
up- I wanted more outfits.
she owned that runway. I have no doubt that she didn't own that runway.
Mhm.
And Tom came to see me too. So Tom was out there in the audience, and I was really excited to see Tom there. Tom had a good time.
Yeah, I did.
Good.
We were
Ashanti
dancing and everything.
also performed the opening song.
I did, yes.
You need to be sure when you do things like this for causes and charities and social justice, send us a picture. We'll get it on Facebook. We'll get it in the
Okay.
newsletter. We want people to know we are active and involved in things about the community. So send us a
Yeah.
picture.
It was very nice, and to meet the children that had either cystic fibrosis or some type of nerve
Autoimmune.
palsy and things of that nature, and they were in the fashion show too. So there was a lady there that she was in a wheelchair, but she got all dolled up and she rolled down there and did her thing. There was a lot of children, and they had cystic fibrosis or epilepsy or some type of condition, and they walked down there with their
Oh, wonderful.
disability. And when they were so excited to be on that little runway, and all you could, my cheeks were hurting at the end of the night because I was just smiling so much because I was just so excited for the kids to participate, the young people, and I just encouraged them. And I met some women my age too that were modeling, and so it was a very nice, all the way around, a great connection.
And
Well,
Liz was on a women's panel for Pride for International Women's Day.
Okay, Liz,
I've
I
got
was
her
on
picture on
Thursday.
Facebook, so be sure and check out
I saw
Facebook.
that.
You
Yeah.
looked great. You looked great up there, Liz.
Thank
So
you.
that's another celebration. She did a great job. Any others?
I went to a celebration, a homegoing celebration for Janice Robinson's cousin in South Carolina. My son-in-law drove me. He was our chauffeur, and a couple other people from Valentine went down in support of Janice. It was probably the most wonderful homegoing I've ever attended.
Wow.
It was just, she had already prepared everything herself.
Yeah.
And she was ready to go, and she was not I met her twice, but I felt like she was there yesterday. So it's a
Mhm.
How old is
beautiful,
she?
beautiful homegoing.
How old was she?
Shirley was 67.
Oh my,
Yeah.
that's young.
She retired from BMW, and it's amazing. There must have been at least, I would say, at least 300 people there, and half of them were from the BMW, and they
Oh
had
wow.
white shirts on with BMW on.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wow.
that's nice.
Wonderful.
Grounded, really a grounded lady in the love of God and human beings, and she's done so much for the community. It was in
Mhm.
Greenville. Yeah.
That's
Nice.
And
beautiful.
it was raining like cats and dogs. I
Yeah.
just kind of sit back and let my son-in-law drive us.
That's good. That's what you're supposed to be doing. Sit
Mhm.
back, Miss Daisy.
Okay.
That's good, Miss Connie. That you're
Any
letting
others?
somebody else take the wheel.
All right, in the spirit of Wedgwood, we have a few moments of silence to reflect on all the things that we've talked about this morning and anything else that's on your heart and mind. We want to remember people who suffer in silence. Use the time for prayer or meditation, self-reflection, or just a few moments of quiet, however you choose. Amen. Our words of wisdom this morning come from Nelson Mandela. I think it says a lot to us as we look at our core values and who we are. And I want you also to note that until 2008, the United States considered Nelson Mandela a terrorist. So I think that that is important to note in light of what's going on today around the world. But words of Nelson Mandela, I think, can lead us through our values this morning. What counts in life is not the mere fact that we have lived. It is what difference we have made to the lives of others that will determine the significance of the life we lived. We can change the world and make it a better place. It's in our hands to make the difference. There can be no greater gift than that of giving one's time and energy to help others without expecting anything in return. Something to think about as we look at our core values. I think he speaks to us this morning. So now if you have your copy of our core values, we can just kind of go through maybe each one, and if there is something you want to say that it really speaks to you or anything about that particular one, what it means to you, we'll just go from there. The first one is we are a diverse, inclusive, and welcoming community. Our core values embrace diversity and acceptance of all people who seek truth, goodness, and deep meaning in life. This kind of relates to our extravagant welcome, I think. Comments or thoughts? I'm wondering if the word acceptance is strong enough. We say Our core values embrace diversity and accepting. Accepting somebody to me is kind of the low bar. Maybe there's a better word there, maybe diversity and welcoming of all people. That was just one thought that came to my mind. Maybe you disagree, that's fine. I just wondered if acceptance is strong enough for Wedgwood.
What about the word inclusion?
Okay,
Mhm.
Yeah, something like that, because when you say welcome, what'd you say? What was the word you was using?
it says accept diversity and
Accepting.
acceptance of all
Yeah.
people,
Because sometimes,
inclusion of all people.
yeah, because sometimes you can accept somebody, only, but you're not really down for them. You're
Yeah.
okay. We'll let you come in, but you're over here talking about them. It's
Right.
or we could come and we accept everybody. Oh, but don't talk to so and so and so and so. That type of thing. That's it. We accept you, but on the
That's kind of
background.
what I felt. It was kind of a low bar for Wedgwood. It might be
Yeah.
for some other places, but I felt like for us, maybe it was kind of low balling it.
So
Maybe
welcome.
embrace.
Embrace. I
Yeah,
like
that's a
that.
better word. Yeah.
Oh, I
that's a
like
nice
that.
one. Yeah, embrace. Yeah, that sounds warming, and I want to be you. I want to be here with
And
you. I
embrace
understand
all
that.
people who seek
Yeah.
truth, goodness, and deep meaning in life. I like that.
Yeah, that's a good one, Tom. Thomas.
We're going to talk about these when we meet on Tuesday.
Mhm.
We'll make a final decision so you got time to think about things. Any others? Okay, we have no shared creed. We are ecumenical, include people from many different faith traditions, and welcome both believers and non-believers. No shared creed, ecumenical, include people from many different faith traditions, believers and non-believers.
Anybody no shared creed? Like, what does that mean?
There's no dogma. Like we're not a Christian church. We don't follow Christian beliefs. We follow,
Or
every
Catholic or whatever. We don't have
to
something that
follow
we
their
all have to
own.
believe.
I mean, that's one of the reasons I'm at Wedgwood.
Me too.
Right.
I have no
Right.
desire for dogma. I think there's plenty of churches. People can go
Right.
to those churches. There's nowhere else like Wedgwood.
But the
It's
way
a
it's
symbol.
phrased, it's a negative expression.
Say that again.
The way it's phrased, it's a negative expression. We have no shared creed. I think the extravagant welcome, for example, is a creed. I think that
Think
the expression of the core values is a creed.
Mm.
So when you say we have no shared creed, we do have shared values.
So maybe that's something we can change in that first line is we have no shared dogma, but we do have shared values or something like that.
What do y'all think?
I think it needs
I
some
think it needs to
wordsmithing.
be expanded a little bit more than just that. And I'm,
Laura, what were you saying?
I think it's a good start, but it needs some wordsmithing. It needs to be played with a little bit.
mhm.
I like what Thomas said. I think that's very poignant to start out. We have no shared creed. Many people might not understand what that meant, and it might get a real negative connotation.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I didn't understand what that meant. I want to understand.
The other-
hear about it.
The other thing I wanted to mention was if we're thinking of exchanging the word embrace for embrace or something like that in the previous value, we might want to also change it in this part where it says include. We might want to say embrace again.
Mhm.
Can you see where that is?
Yes, we are ecumenical, embrace people from many different, yeah,
Just to make to make it be, to coordinate with the
Right.
first value.
And
okay, I
the
noted that.
word embrace feels warm, like you're gonna hold me, you're gonna
It does.
love me, you're gonna care for me. That's what embrace reminds me of.
All right, we're working on we have no shared creed.
What about starting with our shared creed is our extravagant welcome? Or something like that.
Or our shared beliefs or our shared, do we need to use the word creed?
We have to use it?
No, I said
Oh,
do.
we don't have to. Okay.
No, you don't have
I see Connie's wheels turning.
Yeah, she writing something.
Yeah.
I like our shared beliefs. Are demonstrated or
Do we even need that sentence there? Can we start with, and I'm just throwing this out, we are ecumenical, embrace people from many different faith traditions, and welcome both believers. Do we even need a sentence about creed?
That's correct, that we don't need that first
Maybe we
sentence.
just throw that out.
Yeah, I think that would, because it's redundant, then the second sentence is redundant to the first.
All right.
Well, while we're on this, is there some way to talk about non-believers without making a negative of like defining people by what they're not is not
Okay.
generally a good idea. So
Mhm.
believers and people who I don't know what some
Exactly.
way I don't know how to say it, but
Our
But-
extravagant welcome
Welcome
says
says that.
something,
Yeah.
no, I think it says doubting or believing is what it
Yeah.
says.
Mhm.
Or we could say believers and non-believers. I mean,
well, that's what I was saying, Laura, is defining believers is something that you are belief, and non-believers is defining people by a negative, what they're not.
Right.
Yeah.
well, don't we talk in our extravagant welcome about, atheists and agnostics?
Yeah.
Yes.
Can we not include that?
Well,
Whether
I
you're a
looked-
believer, atheist, or agnostic, that kind of covers everybody, right?
Everybody believes in something.
I looked for synonyms for non-believer, and I'll just read the list. Skeptic, doubter, unbeliever, disbeliever, cynic, atheist, non-theist, agnostic, free thinkers,
Free thinkers.
libertine, infidel, pagan, heathen.
I like free
Well,
thinker because when I
Heathen.
think of the word non-believer, to me, it evokes
negative.
like Christianity in a way. But I mean, I like free thinkers.
Free thinkers.
I do
yeah.
too. So believers, or we just say we welcome
Free
believers
thinkers.
and free thinkers, or we welcome free thinkers.
I just think free thinkers because that
Free
kind of covers
thinkers.
everybody.
Mel, but can you
would
read
it-
that list one more time? There was a word just before free thinkers that I,
Okay. We are ecumenical, embrace people from many different faith traditions, and welcome both believers and non-believers.
no, I mean the list of synonyms.
Oh, it was skeptic, doubter, unbeliever, disbeliever, cynic, atheist, non-theist, agnostic, free thinker, pagan, heathen.
Heathen.
How about believers
I-
and everyone else?
I like the non-theists, but it's again negative. I like using the word agnostic and even atheist, because
How
believers.
about believers and everyone else?
or free thinkers, because see, all of that is negative.
Right.
And in America, we have a problem of always labeling
Right.
people.
Labeling.
Yeah,
Yep. Yep.
Well,
You
and
say all
maybe
people.
maybe it starts with the problem starts with believers. Believers in what? I believe in lots of things.
That's what I
I
was gonna
believe in
say. We're not
gravity.
saying, yeah.
So non-believers would be people who don't believe in anything, I guess.
Can we just say people, all people,
all
Yeah.
people.
That works.
regardless of beliefs?
regardless
there
of
you go.
belief?
All people, all free thinkers.
So you don't want the word free thinkers in there?
No,
No.
I think
All right, so we,
all people, regardless of beliefs.
okay,
No, before, you said something before that encompasses. You said something, Thomas, before.
I said, at one time, I said, believers and everyone else.
That's
That's
kind of
negative.
othering though.
No,
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
that doesn't
I
include
think
it.
all people kind of encompasses everything, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Regardless of belief,
Yes.
Yeah, I like that one better,
all people,
Yeah, that's like all welcome. Everybody's welcome.
yeah.
Mhm.
regardless of belief.
And
Mhm.
it protects us too from any kind of exclusion that someone might want to bring and say, well, I'm not this or I'm not that. All people is all people.
Yeah.
All
yeah,
people.
Yep. All people. All humans.
all right, we are ecumenical, embrace people from many different faith traditions, and welcome
Everyone.
all people.
All
All
people.
Well, didn't we just say all people twice?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was wondering. We being redundant here.
How about
We-
all people
Welcome, everyone.
regardless of belief? Is the only phrase.
That works.
Well, we're thinking, are we thinking spiritual belief, religious belief? Because I'm going to be honest, and I mean, whatever. We don't really welcome people that are racist.
Right, that's what I was thinking.
Right.
Yeah, we can't welcome everything because sometimes
Well, why not? Where are they gonna
Well,
hear
why
the
not?
good news?
Why not? Because I'll tell
Yeah.
you, I have talked with folk that were racist and left, and they weren't racist because I wasn't confrontational. We just had a common
conversation.
conversation.
Okay.
I think if they want to join us, regardless of their beliefs, they're welcome.
Okay.
And that they won't stay if.
No.
Right.
Well, because
You're right, Tomas.
association brings on assimilation.
Maybe we can change somebody.
Right,
You never
that's
know.
right.
All right. So we're saying, I'm going to read it one more time. We are ecumenical, embrace people from many different faith traditions, and welcome all people regardless of beliefs.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
All right. Now, the next one. We recognize the dignity and sacredness of every human being.
Okay.
We honor that value by extending an extravagant welcome to everyone who participates in our services and activities as a member, visitor, or member of the broader community.
That sounds good.
Perfect.
Well, you say participate. Can we do something with that word?
Okay? Well, extravagant welcome to everyone who in our services.
Cool.
Attends.
Attend.
Attends.
Is at. Everyone who is at our service.
Extending an extravagant welcome to everyone who is at or who attends our services and activities as a member, visitor, or member of the broader community.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right. Okay. We believe that people seek meaningful lives with a sense of deeper purpose than mere survival. We hold that each person has the freedom and responsibility to create their own belief system based on an informed conscience, deep reflection, inspiration, meditation, and personal response to prayer.
That's a lot.
I
That's
know.
a whole lot.
It's
We believe that people seek meaningful lives with a sense of deeper purpose than mere survival. We hold that each person has the freedom and responsibility to create their own belief system. Stop there and not go on with based on informed conscience, deep reflection, inspiration. Just take that last part out,
Yeah.
their own belief system.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. We're not.
Because I might form mine not based on any of those, you know?
Right.
All right. Moving on. We offer opportunities for our members to grow spiritually through fellowship, contemplation, education, and action. They can contribute their gifts and talents to social justice, outreach, church leadership, and administrative duties and care for people within and outside the church. opportunities for members to grow spiritually through fellowship, contemplation, education, and action. They can contribute their gifts and talents to social justice outreach, church leadership, and administrative duties, and care for people within and outside the church.
How about switching out, they can for we?
Okay,
They
We
makes
can-
it sound like it's somebody else. They.
yes, yes.
More inclusive, I like that.
We contribute our gifts, I guess. Is that what we're saying? We offer opportunity for our members to grow spiritually through fellowship, contemplation, education, and action. We contribute our gifts and talents to social justice outreach, church leadership, administrative duties, and to care for people within and outside the church.
Yeah. That's it.
That's good.
All right?
So since we're having this discussion on Tuesday,
Yeah.
want to include language that says church?
Ooh, let's say community.
I think community would probably fit who we are now better.
Yeah, community.
Outside our community, everywhere it says church. Good point.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Members who have identified causes close to their hearts who would like to initiate new missions or programs can present them to the Wedgwood community for support and shared resources.
Yep.
While we strive for peace and harmony in our own community and throughout the world, we believe we must confront injustices wherever we find them. Currently, our priorities include devoting individual and group resources to ending systemic racism, sexism, homophobia, transphobia, xenophobia, religious discrimination, and classism based on economic injustice.
There you go.
That's good.
Everybody good with that?
Yeah.
Can we add a line, just add like ableism into that?
Okay.
I think that's really important to me.
Religious discrimination, ableism,
Ableism.
and
Tell
class.
me, speak to me, Liz, when you say ableism.
What's that?
Well, some folks are differently abled. Some people have physical disabilities. Some people have invisible disabilities. Some people are neurodivergent. That's what that speaks to. And I think that we need, if we're going to include this long list, I think that's something that's really important that I think we should add, in my opinion.
Differently abled, yeah, that's a new word for me. I'm not real familiar with. I've heard it, but I think that's the appropriate word, if I'm
Able.
correct.
I'm just looking at it. It says ableism is discrimination in favor of able-bodied people.
Yeah,
So,
And that can look many different ways. There's a lot of invisible disabilities
oh yeah,
and a lot of judgment that comes with that.
mhm.
definitely. Good to go on?
Mhm.
This is the last one. We believe in honoring the independent web of life that shares our environment and ecosystem, and we seek to live in harmony with nature to conserve the earth and achieve clean air and water. For now, we have chosen to be lay-led rather than serve under the leadership of clergy from any particular faith system.
Mhm.
I think you could strike the words for now.
Yes.
Yeah,
Like
for
what?
now, and just say, we have chosen. Is that what we want to do? We have chosen?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Is clergy specifically a Christian reference?
No, not
No.
necessarily.
See what, Laura's looking things up for us.
Are there Jewish clergy? Are there Muslim clergy? Are there
Yeah, like
Buddhist clergy?
rabbis, priests. Yeah, they're considered clergy.
By who? Not by them.
Yeah, the word.
It
It's
does
the
say
word.
clergy, priest, priesthood, holy orders, the cloth.
It's a religious leader.
I know that Mecklenburg Ministries refers to everybody as clergy because she'll say for the clergy, and by that she's meaning Jewish, is whatever, whoever, together.
Oxford Dictionary says it's all people ordained for religious duties.
Okay. Is there a better word, Tomas, that you're thinking of?
Faith leaders?
Laity?
Faith
It's the
leaders works for
opposite.
me.
I'm not seeing, let me see.
How about faith leaders?
That's what someone just said.
Mm-hmm.
Faith leaders don't even have to be associated with a church.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's very true. So, Is it-
MLK was a faith leader.
and it says, we have chosen to be lay-led rather than serve under the leadership of faith leaders from any particular faith system.
There
I
you
think
go.
that sounds good.
Yeah,
Faith leaders, because it matches.
right.
Mm-hmm.
I read yesterday that Martin Luther King was branded anti-American after he did a speech in 1967 criticizing the Vietnam War.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, he was on the FBI watch list.
Yeah. He was way
So
ahead,
that's
way
it.
ahead of the rest of us.
That is it. Liz, we need to have a copy of the new changes for Tuesday. How do you want to do that?
Send everything to me and I'll type it up and have a document ready.
Okay. Will do. Does anything else anybody wants to go back to on this?
No, it sounds good.
All right, excellent. I hope everybody will be there on Tuesday. And I just feel like we're, and I hope everybody else does. If you don't, speak up. I just feel like we're moving in the right direction. And I was speaking, we were at dinner recently with 4 other people who happen to be Unitarian Universalist, who are not happy as Unitarian Universalist with the church here. And they were saying we're on Zoom, and I said, yes, we're on Zoom, but at least we're not paying rent, we're not paying electric bills, we're saving money for now, and this way our money can go to social justice issues. Now, we may not always stay on Zoom as we grow, but our focus is social justice. And I told him, I said, we're doing social justice events during the week, and we always follow it up. Well, let's go out to dinner after the march. Let's, go wherever, to the tavern after we go to this event. And they said, I think that's the direction churches are going to go because people just aren't showing up and aren't interested in the brick and mortar Sunday morning services.
Oh,
And they
wow.
all 4 said that, and it made me feel really good. And I just said, well, you need to come to Wedgwood.
Yeah, they just
I think they're looking for a new leader, aren't they?
They are, but there's some internal hot and
Yeah.
fiery disagreements going on. And once that leader is found and the national organization has really become very controlling of the Unitarian Universalist, and they don't like it. And it's kind of like, the Southern Baptist Convention controls everything the church does. And that's kind of what's happening there. So I think people are staying it out to see what happens at the national conference and who the new minister is. They're calling somebody, I think, this month. But I just felt good when they said that. I said, we're more about doing than talking. And talk to people about who we are and get their input. See if they feel that way. Or if they say, oh, I think y'all way off track, then maybe we need to look at ourselves,
I don't think we're way off track.
I don't either. I feel good.
Mhm.
And I hope everybody else does too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right,
I-
Ashanti, I'll turn it over to you.
There's a lot going. And so here we are. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you for your participation. Thank you for your words, and praise everybody. And you have a beautiful week. We extinguish this flame, but we keep the light in our hearts with this message of love and justice, taking it outside of these walls into the world in which we live in. Until we see each other again, amen, ashe, and may it be so. And go in peace.